Three players into the tunnels to begin the round. Realize has hit the dirt already. I'm very curious to see how much respect Gambit actually offer their opponents, what kind of pace, aggression, tempo, etc. Gambit want to set straight out that gate. It's Gambit man advantage. We got a little bit of a lurk out from long. Gamezilla trying to get control of Pit, but he loses his face. And it seems as though the T's have lost the pistol. Yeah, bomb being dropped by Axile as he comes up from CT spawn. A desperate 1v4 attempt left to close out this first round.
Yeah, a few mistakes here already, but they try to go for kind of that lurky strat. Let's just push a few things individually and see if one of us can get a kill.
Try to get this one going. Do you have to force your way through this? Well, off of the flash they tried. The counter flash has come back, and Hobbit, the MP9 for 2. Making a little bit of money and, again, welcoming them to move forward because there are layers on this defense. Even with Hobbit hitting the dirt, then those two Fomuses get to work and Realize soon to die as Gambit convert from the pistol.
Team flashes?
On their second round. This was open for the taking last time they were here. Shiro's able to dodge the flash, and Boros gets one over his shoulder. The confidence from Shiro to go back with the deagle costs him. That op cover from Realize gives the man advantage over to the T side, but hot on their heels is Nafany. Smoke grenade meets him, and he decides to go through it. Now, that's no respects yet.
Yeah, already.
You had Inters coming up behind him, 2 flashbangs. They could have played that together, but he makes his move a little too quick. And, hey, maybe we've got a game early on.
Yeah. I mean, I like to see it. I think part of being at the top is just it's also having that bravado. But yeah, just not, you know, if you ever lost a game because of this, that's when it would become unacceptable.
Of course.
But yeah, we're far from that. So he can use his teammates like flashbangs almost, and they give him opportunities to take shots.
Almost snapped it down on him. Shiro's got that answer just through the top of the smoke. He's also got some pawns ahead of him. I say pawn, but Axile does have that M4A4, and he puts it to work for a single kill. The sniper takes a second. 3 CTs from spawn could go for the boost.
Oh, that's going to work, isn't it?
Gamezilla. Oh, perfect. Shiro over the top of it, and there you have it, folks. 1 op, 1 M4, all at no cost. 4-2. As Gambit win a round where they had the disadvantage.
Obviously a really situational boost. Not many times you wouldn't have to worry about like a late cat or something like that, but versus long, that's a sweet situation. Maybe. So, I mean, they're fine towards the A site, but the rotations are slow. They're not watching mid either, so they're going to forget about Inters. Allow the spray down to take place. He's going to make it maybe a 4th. No. The no-scope trade from Realize, and that'll be all they need. Now, Axile, he's quite far away, but yeah, he put his Nikes on. Running down mid.
World of Hurt. Here's the replay of back plat. Missed first op shot, and the repeat costs him.
This was actually a really tricky setup because
no scope.
No one would play close left tunnels if you thought mid B was a threat to defend against a split. So
just enough time for Gambit to try and throw some reinforcements over. Hobbit finds that contact down in tunnels, and he takes one with him. But now you can see that desperation start to sink in. They think they can sprint on A. Shiro gets aggressive, finds the bomb carrier first and foremost, and a sidearm's not good enough. At that same time, Realize gets his teeth into the A site. 1 second the difference. Oh, but there's just not time.
He surely has it.
Oh, there is just enough on that clock for the bomb plant. Boiled down.
I had to give him the benefit of the doubt because he could have always planted for Cat properly.
Which is what I thought.
He took an extra step into the side. I was like, if you lose because of this.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt here. Floating in a cloud.
Hobbit going to spot some kneecaps as they round this mid corner. Gamezilla falling to the M4 now a 2-man advantage back to Gambit. So odds are we are tied at 5. 40 seconds to spare here. Sound cue offered over in middle, but Nafany, he takes to the corner while he's blinded, and Shiro has that crossfire for him. A very clean round coming out of Gambit. The B tunnel push was shut down. Unfortunate moment inside of that smoke, and then you saw NASR just trying to pull. Oh, that is clean enough. Oh, goes for the second, won't find it. Tied at 5. Gambit making sure they don't run away with any sort of a lead.
Yeah, sometimes when they're losing one trade, everyone just starts lurking really quickly, which, you know, is obviously a sign that your team isn't totally prepared for every situation. But that's perfectly normal. Nice shot here from Realize. This is going to be an Exile farm. That's the question.
Ooh, Nafany. Nasty. As if 2 incendiaries weren't enough, the smoke goes deep door. They use that flash instead of pushing out long just to get into the close position. Exile going to have very comfortable cover with Big Blue beside him. 4-man spray down off the side of the AK. Guns back up from the T side. Ooh, there we have it. Realize.
Holy, that was, I mean, he even had, there was like cover of the smoke for most of that shot. So that's beautiful.
Shiro responding, op kill of his own. There is still a player out, but oh man, that flash was just like a moment too late. Could make for a curious situation if he decides to go for the cat flank. They may be pinched between the snipers. We'll see. Run boost primed, and
my God.
from the sky, Shiro hits his first shot. Coming back in to kill them all. And he's got Gamezilla dead to rights. Hops up, and that other player dead to rights. 4 kills coming in from Shiro. He felt that flick from Realize last round and says, I've got you covered.
Sometimes I feel like Shiro is just ROPS with an AWP. Like, oh, that's insane. I mean, I feel like most people would even take longer to hit this. What a miraculous flick. That was just beautiful.
Shiro finding the op kill. Smoke to work around as well. Could very well catch them off guard. And sure enough, down goes Gamezilla. It's not just the op on site. We've got Inters just next to him. And of course, that flank, that deep position from Hobbit, his lack of fear, establishing early flank control, auto sniper to close out this half. That is salt in the wound.
T-side, they can take the fight to them. Can be a little bit more careless about the way they peek, and yeah, it looks like they're going to come fast.
Nice flash.
Oh yeah, a really great flash. And they put together the damage as well to pair with it. Hobbit is alone. If he had a bomb, I'd say he had a chance. At this point, you'd say it's very, very unlikely. Bomb at the top of Cat, and it's pretty much round 1 here from NASR. Really well done with those 2 flashes, actually.
I mean, just great call out. Flashes were great. The 2-3 player setup up on Catwalk, it's exactly what they needed for that moment. Now, don't throw away your chance. You know, if Hobbit had bomb on site, then they'd have to come to him.
You have to peek him. You have to peek him.
And obviously, your instinct is to play a little scared, but Hobbit, he offers his back, and that is where he falls. Bibu with the kill. 4-round lead, still for Gambit, of course, but hey, a pistol round kicks things off. Give him a little bit of extra life in this fight. There was even a T playing counter flat. Jumping jacks up Catwalk.
Pogo sticks.
Incredibly hard carry. This is from top to bottom. Ooh, a roster firing hot. Realize from the ramp, the hottest player on NASR in that first half. Dies out to the scout. Dementor offering info on his position with the trajectory of the flashbangs. Exile, patient setup back by top mid. And there's some money for the MP9. Swings wide, into sight. Takes 2 off of the SMG and cleans up with that pistol. 4 players standing for the CTs. Hey, win the rounds you can. You know, that was the story on the analyst desk coming into this. It's like the question, you know, for Gambit is if they stomp them 16-2, you could say that's meeting expectations. Even with a win, the closer it gets, it's almost the less impressive.
In terms of play styles, really not too many other oppers like him.
Oh, hey there.
That get the stats that he does.
Boros cleaning up the Catwalk with 3 kills on his AUG. And then Bibu takes the exact same position. So NASR not playing scared in between your 3-man A setup. At least that long flank's coming forward, but Boros taking the fight to bottom middle has a challenge up close. It collapses in a moment. 2 kills back the other direction, sure enough, but the damage has been done. The bomb has been planted. The control still belongs to Nafany. They had no idea he was down here and Realize looking to just maybe survive with that valuable AWP.
That was textbook. Great pressure on the exec, and yeah, it was already too late by the time NASR knew what was coming their way. Gambit just executed everything perfectly. Getting into spawn very, very kind of quickly, I guess, is the key. Obviously not quietly because it lands hard, but expected where the rotation would go to. They knew, realized after putting that pressure on Cat was running backwards, not going to go into CT just in case it was a fast Cat exec.
But not that much more. That's a T-side molly, in fact, landing. Oh, the backpack.
Doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit. That's massive. Shiro, he could have just got the 5v4, but it's enough to scramble the feet of Dementor and realize he is so caught in the open. This is a crucial op duel, and Shiro doesn't even need to commit. Just distract him, hold his eyes. But he does survive long enough for his teammates to get on site and to then take down Dementor. Boros all that remains, and he gets cracked wide by Hobbit.
Exactly. It looks more like a dry run when it's a team that's just not as used to it. So they don't know how to disrupt it as easily. And of course, that stuff is very hard to see from the outside.
4 kills from Hobbit to close out what was this B put.
And a false smoke that lens as well. Nafany's going to get punished on this drop, right?
He's supposed to be, and he will be. If it wasn't realized, it was one of the other 2 teammates, but they've got backs turned down in middle. Enters. Oh, that could have been a huge moment for him. Hobbit may be on the recovery.
So a nice fake.
Tries to damage up these CTs down in spawn. There's 2 of them in spawn and 2 of them coming up within this catwalk. Hobbit kind of caught for a moment, but he recovers his positioning and takes a 3rd player with him. This is all Hobbit here in the 22nd round. And the op shot from Shiro to seal the deal alongside Exile. A 2v2 moment.
You know, a team like a pro team and an upper level team, they still have better mechanics, still better individual skill, basically every single dimension of them.
Here comes Hobbit. You know, has the chance, as he did last round, to just flex a little skill here. Gamezilla falls off the angle. Hobbit, the front runner. Oh, this dude's so crisp. Hobbit moves it forward. Has now officially, almost, with this kill, he could catch up with Shiro, making the most of his anti-ecos, padding the stats during Gambit's run in 2017. That's it, man. It's a short list.
For CIS players in the top 20?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Please do. But those are the 4 I know off the top of my head. And the bomb pops, killing Gambit, but they're still on fire. And that logo looks good engulfed in flames. Look at this man just chopping him down. I mean, Gambit, they have such a nice blend of, like, this is your map choice. After this one, we move to Vertigo no matter what happens here on out. And, you know, you asked the question at the start of the series, do you take it to a complicated map or do you try to go toe-to-toe in terms of aim? We're going to get both of those flavors. And Hobbit, well, he's able to find himself one. Shiro calculating his op shot, predicts the trajectory. Man advantage for Gambit to close out on, and that is what we have here, folks. A close on Dust 2. There was moments in the first half where you could see Gambit maybe playing this a little lackadaisical, offering a chance to NASR to see what they were made of, to test their mettle. But now it's Shiro from behind to close, a shot to the spine from the Tech 9. And Gambit, to no one's surprise, close out this first map in pretty convincing fashion. Or not. Believe it or not, it's all about your mindset. So let's see them test the metal on a map that should make things even more difficult. We get a hell of a clash here over towards the A ramp, and Gamezilla actually comes up with a crucial kill, keeps it even for a moment, but then he's blown to smithereens. Man's in a million pieces.
A ton of utility here for the T side. Double nades to the sandbags and flashes to come in. Additional smokes. And it looks like they're putting them all to good use. The Boros peak comes through. Rotation is coming back towards B. Misinformed a little bit. Gambit on Vertigo. At all. Nobody wants to play them on Vertigo. Ooh. They're the Vertigo gods.
You can hear those movements. I mean, it's not a surprise that there are players here in position, but Hobbit challenges and takes away the headshot. 30 seconds. Not too much time to spare. Exile actually gets wrecked by the Deeg of Dementor. And then he falls back. They're almost kind of offering the bomb site. And Boros, well, he holds flank. This is a Deagle buy coming in from NASR.
Let's go.
And they have a 4v2 established. But they still have Hobbit and Shiro. And those were the 2 hot barrels of Dust 2. Bomb plant coming in from Hobbit. That's what NASR offered as they got the, double man advantage and kind of pedaled back ever so slightly. Hobbit with a kill. Has to get himself 3 more. A 1v4 from Hobbit versus Deagles. And he's low HP with a Mac 10 now in this mix. Flashbangs perhaps, but Hobbit locks it down for Gambit.
Oh, much. The 2 Deagles there in that rotation, but it's the 1v3 ultimately as they can't put together one final bullet for him. Oh, sorry, is this 1v4? 1v3 with a player.
1v4 with the ace.
Right.
Yes, sir. Technicalities. Our attention before, so let's give him credit and let's give him a little benefit of the doubt. Headshot comes through from Hobbit, looking to challenge this B site, and they could pinch onto Boros pretty well. Poor guy gets hit up and lit up by Hobbit. There's the spray from Shiro, keeping it clean.
Sheesh.
Keeping it easy. Wearing cleats, they tear up the turf. Splitting into this B bomb site. Hobbit, nice off angle. When he jumps around making sound, realize just beneath him, gets that no scope up close. Nafany, now he's at bat, and he'll seal the deal. A 4-0 start for Gambit.
Some sweet rifle work from Shiro. Half letting the recoil reset, and a beastly entry from Hobbit. This is so annoying because he's fighting this guy on default, his teammates spamming through the smoke. You just don't know where to position your crosshair. And not to make...
That's where I draw the line.
Did you like them or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course. Dementor, Deagle, alongside Exile. Now he's kind of stuck in a position. Nafany wanted to dig him back, but it's the op of Shiro to slide through sight. Volley of grenades goes forward alongside bomb, and the plant is theirs with 40 seconds to spare. Mac 10 gives cover, but then it runs out, and that opens up a door for Bibu. But just as quickly as he goes through, him and his team sent packing.
Plus in the CTs. It's going to be very dangerous for the CTs. But, oh, it's actually the off of top. Sorry, I missed that.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Again, a bit more of an ambitious angle, you know, catching Gambit by surprise.
They need to do something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're here for, right? We're here to try and call out some nice plays, some potential on these players. And then Shiro's able to answer back. So he gets the 5v4, but he doesn't win the head-up op duel.
He hit him.
Oh, true enough, yeah.
Yeah. NT.
NT's in the chat. Bibu in the bomb site. Hands of Inter's busy as the bomb is planted. Flashbang comes over from elevator room, and Dementor tries to run through it. It's a good flash assist coming out of Gamezilla, who then adds a kill to the tally. Here comes Boros. Headshot v Exile leaves Shiro to clutch, and well, that smoke on bomb could give him what he needs. He takes to the top, and Shiro dodges back. This could be stuck.
My God.
No kit.
He's running short shelf.
Oh man, now he's lost inside of the smoke. This is a 10-second stick. And the smoke is soon to fade. Boros, are you going to 10-second stick? No, you're not. His rumpus sticks out from smoke. I feel like the problem was he lost himself inside of the smoke.
Yeah.
So he didn't realize he was actually sticking out of it.
Right. Unlucky. Yeah, that moment, sometimes where you're completely smoke blind, but everybody can see your body.
Yeah.
You just can't see anything yourself.
There is a man waiting for you. I like that they're getting a bit more proactive. They try to put the op with eyes down ramp. They're trying to go for the two-man B push, but Exile's got some sweaty B angles. And he gets himself just that one kill traded out by Bibu. Inter's here to take the place of the fallen Gambit player.
And as soon as he goes back to get that information, he takes that one risk, they can just follow up. Bibu's running like, okay, I've at least bought myself 20 seconds. Little does he know, they're just not scared. They immediately came to peek it. And it's actually an overstaffed A site, which means that someone should, you know, potentially be peeking here. So I wonder if Shiro is somewhat surprised.
Unlucky.
Yeah, uncovered. Not expectant of this lurk whatsoever, but it absolutely should have been.
Shiro.
Another kill for him. Doesn't
Man's
matter what
nearly
gun he
invincible.
needs. Yeah.
They're still going to continue with their B bomb plant because those two kills draws Bibu to the opposite side. Shiro magnetized the solo B hold, who would have had a 1v3 on site.
Total silence in the flash, so not much reason to think about anything else.
A failed boost attempt as it wasn't in the best of position, and they give it up. Deagle player by Tarp, called out here by Nafany, continues and commits with the spray down to get that double man advantage. Hard secured. Now, at least they've evacuated the A site. We've got NASR closer to the desired target here of Gambit. Maybe they can put up some kind of a hold, but again, weapon disadvantage, no armor on Dementor, and even if he had a helmet, Hobbit takes his head off. Final peek out from Boros, also clamped down. 9 rounds in a row for Gambit.
Looking for the 16-0. Oops, did I jinx it? Sorry.
How dare you?
If it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
That's right.
Even I'm not powerful enough to stop it.
Power up, noob.
I really like the execute with all of the Molotovs, the late smokes that come down. That looked incredibly annoying. But yeah, quite a precarious situation. And yeah, that's an issue. Yeah.
Now,
short shelf gets abused.
At least, you know, they could still be very well aware of this, of course. And yeah, Nafany on high alert is going to come clear him. No mistakes being made by Gambit. They are not giving any wiggle room to NASR. Even with this 9-0 lead, I don't think we're seeing the same Gambit that began on Dust 2. You know, where some audacious plays were being made. This is them locking it down, Launders.
At least since they kind of feel like they will win, at least now they can have a goal. Like, okay, if we get like a perfect half or something, like that's some kind of next level accomplishment.
Around. Oh, how dare you!
Damn.
How dare you? The style points.
B play is coming.
B-Blue, the B-bomb holder. 3 players ahead of him, 4 players ahead of him, and he hits the op shot. This could be the one. Man advantage up from NASR. He dodges back behind Big Green, posts on another angle, and hits that shot too. 2v4 turned 2v3, and Hobbit up close drop. Now it's on to Shiro, but we talk about Shiro in the clutch. He grabbed.
The smoke will go down just in case they made that hasty rotation, but now the odds swing a little bit. If they don't come and fight
Here's
this
it.
early, they do. Realize,
got it.
jumps up. They grab the round. They extinguish the flame. That was super nice. He looked like a primary in that moment.
Just takes to it, man. I like that, you know. Could have waited to play the 2v1.
Scary how many times the rifles have come out and out-dueled Hoppers in that position. And look how aware Hobbit is. The way that he backpedals in that kill. It's now 3v3 from 3v5 with 2A players dead. They know the rest are rotators. They actually seem to be thinking that somebody else is still here. But they've established that Sandbags is clean. And all the CTs couldn't be in any more regular positions.
And shot over smoke. Hobbit with another one. The king of clawing back the man disadvantage. Exile not going to prioritize plant just yet. They've got 30 seconds to spare. Inters gives that cover. Boros, all that's left over, already playing half HP. He gets the better of Hobbit. A 1v3 from Boros could at least be a clip, and he just needs one more. But Exile shuts it down. M4 from Boros inside the site. A little bit of cover here by boxes. Hits the dink to Nafany, but he then dies out to Shiro, leaving the Deagle inside of the site with teammates coming over. And in time, Dementor flash assist on the play, plus the M4 frag. Gamezilla back down behind them. We know his Deeg can kit. Oh, wait. Oh. Gamezilla.
He's gonna.
Oh, he's behind him. Back of the head to Shiro, AK in his hands, and Exile swarm from both sides.
2-1v1 to
Wake
here,
up,
another clean
Samurai.
one. They shut it down, they stand their grounds. And this was a funny spot. As the lurk goes awry. But look, they're taking the fight to Gambit. They're getting the damage in. This is nicely done.
Mm-hmm. That's what they were looking for in some earlier rounds in the first portion of this, but Nafany just too crisp. Let's see if Realize has got some op shots in store. There's one. Oh, just misses the side of the T, and the Deeg, not enough, but Boros comes in with an AK headshot. Trade frags, efficient. And that bomb now sinking back towards the B site.
Just to make his life miserable.
I mean, they can afford to run away. That gives him the info, but then he can't sprint without telling them that he's going B, in which case they turn back. It's such a tough spot to be the CT in that situation, and as they decide to take the express lane, he can't get in time. They're going to run boost a player into the site, and he's offset the crosshair enough. More than half the health is gone, re-peeks in, and ends this half with only...
I see what sorry, I thought it was rounds. Excuse me. Okay. Sorry.
Want me to say it again? Try that again?
I got it.
Okay, we'll move beyond it.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Ugh.
I
Launders ruins everything.
Big flank coming out of Gambit. Here's the problem when it comes to map control on Vertigo. If you don't have it, your opponents do. And a 1-tap, 2-tap, 3-tap. Hobbit and Inters and Shiro in the mix. The USPs are crisp, and Gambit lead by 12. One tap, two tap, three tap, dirt nap.
This is a brand new round. I mean, you've never seen this before. This is crazy. All on the flank. They don't even have, they can't even, they could literally go plant if they wanted to. There's no one. Which, that's really taking CS to the next level, I think, for them.
Inters blows Boros away. There's a Deagle kill coming in from middle. You know, you leave an open route, and it seemed that NASR have been able to find that road. Nafany puts the MP9 to the forehead of Gamezilla, and then ring around the Rosie. Plays around those boxes. Dementor, Deagle in from the A site, but these are just like sporadic one-off kills. At no point has it felt like NASR are in control of this round. They've just been able to get themselves some frags here and there, sprinkled all around it. M4 in the hands of Dementor. Hobbit takes fall damage off the ladder, and the Deeg peek from the side of ramps.
This will be an interesting first step to look back on. Dementor with the MAC-10 spray down, because that's all that he could afford. And he'll take some damage, but not the kill.
No, sir. Exile is going to continue on here with the slaughter over towards the B side. The 2 Deegs is what keeps them in it. You know, Blast Showdown is where wiggle room, no slip. There has never been a more difficult time to play against the likes of Gambit, and NASR learned that lesson here today. A decent showing on Dust 2, some openings here and there, and at least enough firepower to force Gambit to take this game seriously. So seriously, in fact, that when we moved...